Now, Deputy, why do you have someone sitting there with you?
This is Mr. Thomas Thomas.
Thomas?
Yeah, he came in a little later than,
Okay. I have a Thomas A. Thomas and a Thomas Andrew Thomas. Would you be one and the same, sir?
So
Excuse me?
I would think so.
You're on two cases today?
I don't know, maybe.
Well, I have will be on the record in 2022, TR 4129, State of Kansas versus Thomas A. Thomas for operating a vehicle without registration, November 28th, 2022. And we're also on the record in 2024, TR 226, State of Kansas versus Thomas Andrew Thomas. That is for a Thomas Andrew Thomas accused of driving while suspended and operating a vehicle without insurance, October 21st, 2023. Jared Regier appears in both cases for the state. And sir, do you believe you're the same person as Thomas A. Thomas in 22 TR 4129, as well as Thomas Andrew Thomas in 24 TR 226?
I'm guilty as charged.
Okay. In the 22 case, that is the one of operating a vehicle without registration or expired tag. Your first appearance on that was March 29th of 23. You were going to apply for diversion, but 9/27, when you were here, we were told you didn't qualify. You'd like to know why, and so we gave some time to figure that out with the county attorney. You were here October 11th of 2023, but you failed to appear at that time. So how do you want to resolve this registration or tag charge, sir?
I just need to find out what I need to pay and just pay it.
All right. Do you want to have an attorney, or do you want to waive your right to attorney today?
Waive my rights.
Okay. And let's look at that other one again, the 2224 TR 226. Driving while suspended and operating without insurance. Now, those two charges are each B misdemeanors. Each has a possible sentence of up to 6 months in jail. The driving while suspended has a fine that must be at least $100 up to $1,000. And the insurance has a fine that must be at least $300 up to $1,000. Now, you told me on that one you'd represent yourself, but since you're looking at 2B misdemeanors, do you want to talk to an attorney before you commit to a plea?
I don't know what did he could do me. I don't know. I don't
know either, but I can sure give you time to hire an attorney. And if you cannot afford to hire an attorney, you can apply for court appointed and see if you qualify.
That's all right. This is get this done with and over with, and I like to be done with it.
So you're wanting to waive your right to an attorney in each case?
Yes, ma'am.
And you understand that you can hire an attorney, and if you cannot afford an attorney, you can apply to see if you qualify for court appointed?
Yes, ma'am.
Knowing that you still wish to waive your rights and represent yourself?
No, he can do me any good.
So you do wish to waive your rights? Is anyone making you waive your rights to an attorney by any kind of threats or promises? Okay, then I will have the record reflect that you've waived your rights, and if the deputy has a form there for you to sign. Is that what you just signed?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Did he sign one in each case?
Yeah, we need one in each case, please. Now, Mr. Thomas in 22 TR 4129, how do you plead to operating a motor vehicle without registration or expired tag?
Guilty.
I'm sorry.
Guilty as charged.
Okay, is anyone making you enter this plea of guilty today by threat or promise?
No, ma'am. Your Honor.
And do you understand that if you continue with your guilty plea, you will be found guilty and you will not be able to appeal your conviction,
Yes, ma'am.
and that there will not be a trial? Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and were you on November 28th, 2022, driving in Butler County without a tag or without a lawful tag?
Yes, ma'am, was.
The officer says that it was on US 77 in Butler County. Do you agree with that?
It was on right out here by Sunny Stop. If that's called I wouldn't be called 77.
I wouldn't call that 77 either. Now, this is the one back in November.
Oh, yes, 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 it was. It was on 77. Oh, yes.
Okay, now is that 77 south of El Dorado or south of
No, it was right up there by the high school,
which high school?
Eldred High School.
Okay, that's in Butler County. And you agree that it was November 28th or 9th in 2022?
Yeah, it had to have been around that time period, probably.
Somewhere around 7:10 p.m.
Yeah, probably.
And were you
I
driving in?
I remember all the exact
Yeah,
day.
it's been a while. Were you driving a 98 Dodge
Yes, ma'am.
and the tag was expired? Is that right?
Yes.
All right, I will find you guilty of that charge in that case. And then let's look at the other one. That's the more recent one. How do you plead to count one, driving while suspended
Guilty.
and driving without liability insurance?
Guilty.
And were you driving in Butler County on October 21st, 2023?
Yes.
And you told me you were out at Sunny Stop out there?
Yes, where I got pulled over at. Yes.
Okay, so you were driving through Central and El Dorado?
I was coming from the other direction.
Off of
Going
77. That's where you cut. Let's see.
So all the time I've been pulled over.
What do they call that road that wraps around there? Is that what you're talking about? You come off of 77. Mr. Regier, what do you show us as where he was?
One moment, Your Honor. Your Honor, pursuant to the affidavit in the 2024 case, paragraph 5 would appear to list two locations, both within both at El Dorado locations.
Okay, so you were driving a truck that you pulled onto US 54 from East River Road in El Dorado. Does that sound right?
I pulled onto the road out there by the a Showboats bar or whatever grill
Way out there by the prison? Okay,
town.
yeah, that'd be 54. And at the time, was your license suspended?
Yes, ma'am.
And did the vehicle you were operating have any insurance on it at the time?
No, ma'am.
Then is anyone making you plead guilty to any of these charges by threats or promises? I'm sorry?
No,
You understand you're giving up your right to trial and will be found guilty if I accept this plea?
yes,
And that's what you want to do today?
yes,
Then I will accept your pleas and find you guilty in both of these counts. So, Mr. Regier, recommendations for sentencing in both cases?
Yes, Your Honor, if the court will permit me to address each one individually.
Please.
Your Honor, in the 22 case, that is the case where, as I understand it, pursuant to the ticket involves the expired tag charge. The state would be recommending a $50 fine with $108 in court costs, a 30-day suspended sentence with 12 months of non-reporting probation. In the 2024 case, the case involving pursuant to the information, the driving while suspended and the no proof of insurance charge, the state would be recommending for count one a $100 fine, $108 in court costs, 120 days underlying sentence, and 12 months of non-reporting probation. For count two, the state would recommend a $300 fine, 120 days underlying concurrent, and 12 months of non-reporting probation. The state does not have any objection to the cases running concurrent to each other, and I will, of course, defer to the court as to any issues of repayment in both those matters.
Okay, Mr. Thomas, is there anything you'd like to say before I pronounce your sentence? You don't have to, but you're welcome to if you wish.
no, ma'am, I don't,
Okay. Then in 22 TR 4129, I will impose a $50 fine plus 108 court costs. Let me say that again. A $50 fine and $108 in court costs. I will order a 30-day suspended sentence with 12 months non-reporting probation. In 24 TR 226, your count one fine will be $100 and your count two will be $300. Those are the minimum fines in each of those counts required by law, and court costs of 108 with a 120-day sentence, which will run concurrently with the 30-day sentence in the first case. On count two, a 120-day sentence that will run concurrently with the sentence in count one, as well as the 30 days in the first case. On each of these cases, you will be granted 12 months non-reporting probation. You will not have to see a probation officer, but if you do not want to serve this controlling jail sentence, you do need to do a couple of things. First, for the next year, do not violate any laws.
okay,
Secondly, pay your fines and costs. In the first case, they total $158. In the second case, they total $508 for a total of $666. How much time do you need to pay the total of $666?
At least 60 days. Kind of get,
Sure. Okay, well, that's no problem. Do you think on that first case that 158, could you pay that in 30, do you think? Or do you need
30 days,
158 on the first case?
in 30 days, you said?
Yes, could you do
Yes,
that?
yes, yes,
All
ma'am.
right, so we will order in 22 TR 4129 that will be paid within 30 days. And you're sure that'll give you enough time on that one?
Yeah, I can do that.
All right, don't forget. So make a note that that's the one, make sure you pay it on the right case, 22 TR 4129. Now, on that next case, as I said, you owe 508. So
Ma-
can you get, if I give you another 60 days after that, do you think that you could get that paid? 30 days for the first one?
30 days. So you say 90 days total is what you're more or less saying?
Yes, yes, but I want you to pay that first one within 30, and then I'll give you another 60 to get the other one paid.
Okay, that'll work.
Okay.
Can
So-
I, you said without getting in any more trouble, the bad thing is I got a couple El Dorado court deals already in progress.
Okay, here's how we'll approach it. If it's something that happened before today, I won't hold that against you. Even if you get convicted on it. But if you go out tomorrow, or if you go out 10 minutes from now and violate the law, then that could be held against you.
Okay.
But thank you for being candid and bringing that up. All right, so on 24 TR 226, you have 90 days to pay in full.
Yeah.
All right, anything else we need to address on these, Mr.
Dollar to that or something, get it from 6666.
Yeah, I saw that when I wrote that down. I'm like, oh, okay, interesting.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Regier, I trust there's nothing further?
One moment, Your Honor, please.
Sure.
Nothing further from the state, Your Honor.
Then this gentleman is excused. You may go, sir. Thank you.